Frequent urination at night, also known as nocturia, is a condition that silently affects the quality of life for millions of people. It may not always seem like a major issue. After all, waking up once or twice a night to use the bathroom might be considered normal by many. But over time, this disruption to sleep adds up, leading to fatigue, impaired cognitive function, mood disturbances, and even a weakened immune system. It's more than just a nuisance. It's a health signal we shouldn't ignore. Nocturia is often multifactorial. For some, it's due to aging-related changes in bladder capacity or decreased nighttime production of the antidiuretic hormone. For others, the cause could be a medical condition like benign prostatic hyperplasia, overactive bladder syndrome, diabetes, or chronic kidney disease. Lifestyle factors such as excessive evening fluid intake, alcohol or caffeine consumption, and poor sleep hygiene can further aggravate the issue. While it's essential to identify the root cause with the help of a healthcare provider, there is growing interest in natural dietary solutions that can help support the urinary system and restore restful sleep. And today, I want to introduce you to 3 specific nuts. Yes, simple, readily available nuts that may provide gentle, natural support in managing nocturia and improving your overall nighttime comfort. The first nut I want to highlight is pumpkin seeds. These seeds are a nutritional treasure when it comes to bladder and prostate health. They are rich in zinc, a mineral that plays a critical role in tissue repair, hormonal regulation, and immune function. Zinc also supports prostate health, which is particularly important in men experiencing nocturia related to an enlarged prostate. Beyond zinc, pumpkin seeds contain plant-based compounds called phytosterols. These compounds have anti-inflammatory effects and may help reduce bladder irritation and promote smoother bladder emptying. Regular intake of pumpkin seeds, about a tablespoon in the evening, has shown promise in supporting lower urinary tract health, especially when consumed consistently over time. Next, let's talk about walnuts. These brain-shaped nuts are not just good for cognitive health. They are highly beneficial for those experiencing disturbed sleep and inflammation-related bladder discomfort. Walnuts are a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential fats known for their anti-inflammatory properties. When inflammation is reduced throughout the body, the bladder lining can become less reactive, less irritable, and more stable. In addition to omega-3s, walnuts naturally contain melatonin, the same hormone your brain produces to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Low melatonin levels have been linked with poor sleep and increased nighttime urine production. By including walnuts in your evening routine, you are not only calming the bladder, but also encouraging more restful, uninterrupted sleep. A few walnut halves, say 3 or 4, can be enough to begin seeing a difference. Now, let's consider almonds. These popular nuts are high in magnesium, another vital nutrient for individuals suffering from frequent nighttime urination. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation, including the relaxation of the detrusor muscle of the bladder. If this muscle is overly active or irritable, it can trigger frequent urges to urinate, even when the bladder is not full. Low magnesium levels have also been associated with poor sleep quality, restless leg syndrome, and anxiety, all of which can further disrupt your nights. Eating almonds in moderation, about 6 to 8 pieces in the early evening, can help relax the bladder muscles, reduce nighttime overactivity, and improve the overall depth and quality of your sleep. It's important to note that while these nuts offer valuable support, they are not a cure or substitute for professional diagnosis and treatment. If you're dealing with persistent or worsening nocturia, you should always consult a qualified healthcare provider to rule out underlying medical conditions. However, for many individuals, especially those whose symptoms are mild or driven by lifestyle factors, these dietary additions can serve as part of a broader, holistic approach to improving nighttime comfort and bladder control. In addition to incorporating these nuts into your evening routine, consider adjusting your hydration habits as well. Drinking too many fluids close to bedtime can overwhelm even a healthy bladder. Aim to reduce your liquid intake 2 to 3 hours before sleeping and try to avoid caffeine, alcohol, or sugary drinks late in the day. Practice bladder training during the day if you find yourself urinating too frequently out of habit rather than need. Gentle exercises like pelvic floor strengthening can also help, especially in cases of weakened bladder muscles or urgency. These small yet powerful changes, combined with a handful of nutrient-rich nuts, can gradually restore balance to your body's nighttime rhythm. While the transformation won't be immediate, consistency is key. Many people begin noticing improvements within 2 to 4 weeks of making these dietary adjustments. You might find yourself waking up less frequently, sleeping more soundly, and feeling more refreshed in the morning. Sleep is a fundamental pillar of health. When it is disrupted night after night, every system in the body suffers. By embracing these natural, food-based strategies, you give your body a chance to heal, recover, and perform its best. Pumpkin seeds, walnuts, and almonds may seem like simple snacks, but within them lie the building blocks of better sleep, better bladder health, and a better you. So consider adding these 3 nuts to your evening routine, not as a miracle cure, but as part of a mindful, sustainable lifestyle. Let your body do what it's designed to do: rest, recover, and thrive. And remember, nature often provides gentle answers when we take the time to listen. Nocturia is a condition where an individual wakes up 1 or more times during the night to urinate. While it might seem like a simple inconvenience at first, its impact on sleep quality and overall health can be significant, especially when it becomes a frequent occurrence. Many people mistakenly believe that waking up at night to urinate is just a normal part of aging, but it's important to recognize that it could be a sign of underlying issues that need attention. The causes of nocturia are varied and can include lifestyle habits, medical conditions, or a combination of both. Common contributing factors include excessive fluid intake in the evening, particularly beverages containing caffeine or alcohol, both of which can stimulate the bladder or act as diuretics. Another major factor is age, related changes in the bladder and kidneys, which can alter urine production during nighttime hours. In men, an enlarged prostate can put pressure on the urethra and make it difficult to fully empty the bladder, leading to frequent urges. In women, changes post-menopause or weakened pelvic muscles may play a role. Medical conditions such as diabetes, heart failure, kidney disease, or sleep disorders like obstructive sleep apnea can also contribute to increased nighttime urination. Certain medications, especially diuretics or those taken late in the day, can exacerbate the problem. Beyond the physical inconvenience, nocturia disrupts the body's natural sleep cycles. Deep, restorative sleep is essential for hormone regulation, immune function, brain performance, and emotional balance. Constantly waking up to urinate prevents the body from reaching and maintaining the deep stages of sleep, leading to daytime fatigue, reduced alertness, irritability, and a higher risk of chronic health conditions over time. Understanding nocturia is the first step toward managing it. While it can feel embarrassing or frustrating, it's important to speak openly about it and seek appropriate guidance. Lifestyle changes, dietary adjustments, and natural support from specific foods or nutrients can make a meaningful difference. With the right approach, many people find relief and regain the restful nights they once enjoyed. Nutrition plays a deeply influential role in managing nocturia, even though it's often overlooked in conventional discussions about nighttime urination. The foods we consume, the nutrients they deliver, and the timing of our meals can all significantly affect bladder function, hormone regulation, and the body's fluid balance during sleep. While medical causes such as prostate enlargement, diabetes, or kidney function issues must always be considered and addressed by a healthcare provider, there's growing evidence that targeted nutritional choices can support the urinary system in powerful, natural ways. The first and most obvious influence of nutrition is on fluid balance. Many people don't realize that salty, spicy, or processed foods consumed late in the day can increase thirst and lead to excess fluid intake in the evening. This additional fluid can, in turn, lead to more urine production during the night. Reducing the consumption of high-sodium foods, sugary snacks, and late-night caffeine or alcohol is a simple but highly effective step in reducing nighttime urination episodes. Beyond what we avoid, though, what we include in our diets matters just as much. Certain nutrients have shown promise in supporting bladder health and calming overactive bladder muscles. Magnesium, for example, is a mineral that plays a crucial role in muscle relaxation, including the muscles of the urinary tract. People with low magnesium levels may experience increased bladder contractions or urgency, especially during the night. Foods rich in magnesium, such as almonds, spinach, and pumpkin seeds, can gently help regulate bladder function when included consistently in the diet. Zinc is another key nutrient, particularly for men experiencing nocturia due to prostate issues. Zinc contributes to the maintenance of prostate tissue and helps reduce inflammation, which may ease pressure on the bladder and improve urine flow. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of zinc and have long been used in traditional medicine to support urinary function. Including zinc-rich foods in your meals can assist in both structural and functional support of the lower urinary tract. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in walnuts and flax seeds, are widely known for their anti-inflammatory properties. These healthy fats can help calm inflamed tissues, including those in the bladder lining, which might otherwise trigger irritation or urgency. Furthermore, they support the nervous system, which plays a key role in coordinating signals between the brain and bladder. When the nervous system is nourished and balanced, the urge to urinate may become less frequent and less intense. Melatonin is another naturally occurring compound that deserves attention in the context of nocturia. While best known as the hormone that regulates sleep, melatonin also helps control the kidney's urine production cycle. At night, melatonin levels should rise to reduce the need for urination and promote deep sleep. However, many individuals, especially older adults, have reduced melatonin levels, which can contribute to both poor sleep and increased nocturnal urine production. Some foods, such as walnuts and tart cherries, naturally contain melatonin or melatonin precursors, and can gently help support this hormone's role in the body without the need for synthetic supplements. Fiber is also important, though indirectly. A healthy digestive system supports bladder health more than most people realize. Constipation or sluggish digestion can put extra pressure on the bladder, increasing urgency and frequency. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and nuts provides the fiber necessary to maintain regularity, ease abdominal pressure, and create more space for normal bladder function. Timing is an often neglected element of nutrition in relation to nocturia. Eating heavy meals late at night, drinking fluids within 2 hours of bedtime, or consuming stimulants like chocolate or cola before sleep can all prompt bladder activity, just when the body should be resting. Adjusting meal and snack schedules, moderating evening fluid intake, and choosing bladder-friendly foods in the evening hours can all make a measurable difference in nighttime comfort. Pumpkin seeds, often referred to as pepitas, are far more than just a seasonal snack or a garnish for salads. These small, flat, green seeds are packed with a powerful combination of nutrients that make them an excellent addition to the diet, especially for individuals dealing with nocturia, frequent nighttime urination that disrupts sleep and diminishes quality of life. Their unique nutritional profile offers support for both the urinary system and the body's hormonal balance, making them a natural ally in the management of nighttime bladder issues. One of the standout features of pumpkin seeds is their high zinc content, a mineral that plays a critical role in maintaining healthy bladder and prostate function. For men, in particular, zinc is essential for prostate health. An enlarged prostate is a common cause of nocturia, especially in older adults, and zinc has been shown to help reduce prostate inflammation and support normal urinary flow. Even in women, zinc contributes to tissue repair, immune function, and inflammation control, all of which are important when addressing chronic irritation of the urinary tract. Just a small serving of pumpkin seeds can supply a meaningful amount of this important mineral, supporting the body gently and naturally over time. Beyond zinc, pumpkin seeds are rich in phytosterols, which are plant-based compounds known to reduce inflammation and balance hormones. Chronic inflammation of the bladder lining or the prostate can lead to sensations of urgency and incomplete bladder emptying, both of which contribute to waking up multiple times during the night. Phytosterols help calm this internal irritation and may reduce the frequency of nighttime urination. These compounds are also believed to contribute to lowering levels of DHT, a derivative of testosterone that contributes to prostate enlargement, thereby offering another mechanism of support for nocturia symptoms, particularly in aging males. Pumpkin seeds are also a good source of magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle relaxation, including the smooth muscles of the bladder. If these muscles are overactive or irritable, they can trigger urges to urinate, even when the bladder isn't full. Magnesium helps modulate nerve signaling to the bladder and can ease the involuntary contractions that cause urgency and frequency. A deficiency in magnesium has been linked to overactive bladder symptoms in both men and women. Including pumpkin seeds in the evening diet, in moderation, may help reduce these involuntary spasms and support better bladder control through the night. Another benefit of pumpkin seeds is their ability to support better sleep quality, which is often overlooked in discussions about nocturia. Poor sleep can actually worsen the perception of bladder urgency, and fragmented rest reduces melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating the body's nighttime functions. While pumpkin seeds are not a direct source of melatonin, they do contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin naturally. By supporting the body's natural sleep-wake cycle, pumpkin seeds may indirectly help reduce the perception of urgency and improve deep, restorative sleep that's less likely to be interrupted by bladder signals. Pumpkin seeds also provide a healthy source of plant-based protein and healthy fats, both of which help stabilize blood sugar levels. Spikes in blood sugar, particularly in individuals with diabetes or insulin resistance, can increase urine production and contribute to nocturia. Stable blood sugar throughout the evening and nighttime helps maintain hormonal balance and reduce the burden on the kidneys to eliminate excess glucose through urine, which is especially important for people experiencing nighttime urination due to metabolic causes. Incorporating pumpkin seeds into the daily diet is both easy and versatile. They can be eaten raw, roasted, or lightly salted, depending on personal preference. A small handful, around 1 to 2 tablespoons, is sufficient to deliver the urinary health benefits without adding excessive calories or fat. They can be sprinkled on top of salads, added to smoothies, blended into sauces, or simply enjoyed on their own as a bedtime snack. Importantly, they are naturally caffeine-free, making them an ideal evening food that won't stimulate the bladder or disrupt sleep. It's essential to approach the inclusion of pumpkin seeds as part of a consistent, balanced lifestyle rather than expecting immediate changes overnight. Their benefits accumulate with regular intake, and when combined with other healthy habits, like reducing fluid intake before bedtime, limiting bladder irritants such as caffeine and alcohol, and managing stress, they can become a powerful tool and a natural strategy to reduce nocturia. Pumpkin seeds are safe for most people, but those with allergies or specific medical conditions should consult with a healthcare professional before making significant dietary changes. For the vast majority, however, they offer a simple, affordable, and natural way to support urinary health, balance hormones, ease inflammation, and promote better sleep. Over time, this tiny seed can help bring about big improvements in quality of life for those struggling with frequent nighttime urination. Walnuts are among the most nutrient-dense nuts available, and their benefits extend far beyond brain health and heart protection. For individuals suffering from nocturia, frequent nighttime urination that disrupts sleep, walnuts can play a valuable supportive role in naturally managing the condition. Their unique combination of healthy fats, plant compounds, minerals, and sleep supporting nutrients makes them a practical and beneficial food to include in the daily diet, particularly during the evening hours when bladder activity and sleep quality are most relevant. One of the key reasons walnuts are considered helpful in managing nocturia is due to their rich content of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acids, ALA. These plant-based omega-3s have powerful anti-inflammatory properties, which can reduce irritation and inflammation in various parts of the body, including the bladder and prostate. Inflammation is a known contributor to increased urinary urgency and frequency. When the tissues of the bladder or lower urinary tract are inflamed or hypersensitive, even small amounts of urine can trigger the urge to urinate. By helping to reduce this inflammatory response, walnuts can indirectly support a more stable and less reactive bladder. Another significant benefit of walnuts is their natural content of melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that regulates the body's sleep-wake cycle, signaling to the brain that it is time to rest. In healthy individuals, melatonin levels increase in the evening and help reduce urine production during sleep. However, in people with low melatonin production, often due to aging or poor sleep hygiene, this mechanism may not function properly, leading to increased nighttime urination. Eating foods like walnuts that contain natural melatonin or promote its production can assist the body in establishing a healthy circadian rhythm. This can not only improve sleep quality, but also help regulate the nighttime activity of the kidneys and bladder, ultimately reducing the frequency of nighttime awakenings. Walnuts also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that serves as a precursor to both serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter involved in mood and bladder signaling, and its optimal function is essential for a calm, stable nervous system. When serotonin levels are balanced, the body is better able to regulate impulses from the bladder to the brain, which helps in reducing unnecessary urges during the night. By providing the raw material for these calming neurotransmitters and sleep hormones, walnuts work on both a physical and neurological level to address nocturia. In addition to these specific compounds, walnuts offer magnesium, a mineral well known for its calming and relaxing properties. Magnesium plays a critical role in the function of smooth muscle, which includes the muscles of the bladder. Low magnesium levels are associated with increased muscle spasms and overactive bladder symptoms. By helping the bladder muscle to relax, magnesium can reduce the urgency to urinate and promote greater bladder control during sleep. Furthermore, magnesium is essential for reducing stress and promoting deep, uninterrupted sleep, both of which are necessary for healing and restoring balance in the body. Walnuts are also helpful for maintaining stable blood sugar levels, which is particularly important for individuals whose nocturia may be linked to diabetes or insulin resistance. High blood glucose levels can cause the kidneys to filter out excess sugar through the urine, increasing urine volume and frequency. The healthy fats and fiber in walnuts slow down digestion and help regulate glucose absorption, supporting metabolic stability throughout the evening and night. Eating a small portion of walnuts in the evening is simple and effective. A serving size of 3 to 5 walnut halves is enough to provide the benefits without overloading on calories or fat. They can be eaten on their own, added to a bedtime snack like yogurt or a smoothie, or used in combination with other beneficial nuts or seeds. Because they are naturally free from caffeine and other stimulants, walnuts make an ideal nighttime food that supports, rather than disrupts, restful sleep. It's important to understand that walnuts are not a standalone cure for nocturia, but rather part of a larger, supportive approach to managing the condition. When combined with good sleep hygiene, proper fluid management, and other dietary improvements, walnuts can make a noticeable difference in nighttime comfort and overall well-being. As with any dietary change, consistency is key. Regular inclusion of walnuts over weeks or months is often necessary before measurable improvements are observed. However, the natural synergy of compounds within walnuts makes them a highly valuable and holistic food choice for those seeking gentle, non-invasive ways to manage nocturia. Almonds are among the most versatile and widely consumed nuts across the globe, known for their pleasant taste and impressive nutrient profile. Beyond their popularity as a healthy snack, almonds also hold significant value in managing certain health conditions naturally, one of which is nocturia, or frequent urination at night. While this condition can have several underlying causes such as aging, hormonal changes, overactive bladder, prostate enlargement, diabetes, or excessive evening fluid intake, incorporating almonds into a balanced evening routine may help reduce the frequency of nighttime awakenings by supporting both bladder health and sleep quality. One of the most valuable components of almonds, when it comes to managing nocturia, is their high magnesium content. Magnesium is an essential mineral that plays a crucial role in hundreds of bodily functions, including the relaxation of smooth muscles and the regulation of nerve signals. The bladder is composed of smooth muscle tissue, And when this muscle becomes overly active or irritable, it can lead to sudden urges to urinate even when the bladder is not full. By helping to relax the bladder muscle and stabilize the nervous system, magnesium in almonds may assist in reducing nighttime urinary urgency. Moreover, magnesium helps promote deep, restorative sleep by calming the central nervous system. Since poor sleep quality itself can intensify the perception of bladder fullness or urgency, improving sleep can have a direct positive impact on nocturia symptoms. Almonds also provide a steady source of plant-based protein and healthy fats, both of which contribute to blood sugar stability. Blood sugar fluctuations, especially during the evening and night, can lead to increased urine production. When blood glucose levels are high, the kidneys work to eliminate the excess sugar through urination, which naturally results in more frequent bathroom visits. Day and night. By helping to maintain stable glucose levels after dinner or an evening snack, almonds may reduce the volume of urine produced during the night, contributing to fewer disruptions. In addition to magnesium and blood sugar regulation, almonds are a rich source of tryptophan, an amino acid that supports the production of serotonin and melatonin, two compounds critical for mood and sleep. Serotonin plays a role in regulating the sensory signals from the bladder to the brain, and its balance is important in managing how we respond to sensations of bladder fullness. Melatonin, often called the sleep hormone, not only helps induce and maintain sleep, but also plays a role in suppressing nighttime urine production. Naturally increasing melatonin levels through diet can help the body align its internal clock, reducing the likelihood of waking up due to bladder activity. Another lesser-known benefit of almonds lies in their contribution to reducing inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation, especially in the bladder or urinary tract, can contribute to irritation and overactivity. Almonds contain antioxidants such as vitamin E and polyphenols, which help combat oxidative stress and reduce inflammatory responses. A calm and less inflamed bladder is less likely to send false signals of urgency to the brain, especially during periods of rest. Fiber is another component in almonds that indirectly supports bladder health. A diet lacking in fiber can lead to constipation, and a full or bloated bowel can press against the bladder, reducing its capacity and increasing the urge to urinate. By helping to promote regular bowel movements, almonds may assist in creating more room and comfort for normal bladder expansion during the night. Including almonds in the evening diet is quite simple and enjoyable. A modest portion, about 6 to 8 almonds, can be consumed raw, soaked, or lightly roasted depending on personal preference. Soaking almonds overnight and eating them in the evening may enhance nutrient absorption and improve digestibility, particularly for individuals with sensitive digestive systems. Since almonds are naturally free from caffeine, added sugar, and artificial additives, they make an ideal evening snack that won't irritate the bladder or interfere with sleep. It's important to note that almonds, while beneficial, should be consumed in moderation. Eating them in excess, especially close to bedtime, could result in unwanted digestive activity that might interfere with sleep or lead to discomfort. For individuals with nut allergies, almonds should be strictly avoided, and alternate magnesium or tryptophan-rich foods can be considered in consultation with a healthcare provider as part of a broader lifestyle approach, including reducing late, night fluid intake, limiting caffeine and alcohol in the evening, and creating a consistent sleep routine. Almonds can offer meaningful support for those struggling with nocturia. While they do not replace medical evaluation or treatment for underlying conditions, they provide a natural, gentle, and nutritious option that aligns with the body's needs for calm, balance, and healing. While incorporating nutritious nuts like pumpkin seeds, walnuts, and almonds can provide valuable support in managing nocturia, it's equally important to pair these dietary changes with lifestyle habits that promote bladder control and uninterrupted sleep. No single food or supplement can work effectively in isolation, especially when dealing with a multifactorial issue like frequent nighttime urination. A comprehensive approach that includes timing of meals and fluids, sleep hygiene, bladder training, and physical wellness practices can greatly enhance the effectiveness of dietary interventions and help achieve more lasting results. One of the most essential lifestyle adjustments to consider is managing fluid intake, particularly in the hours leading up to bedtime. Drinking excessive amounts of water or any beverages in the evening can naturally increase urine production during the night, even in healthy individuals. While staying hydrated throughout the day is important, it is wise to begin tapering off fluid intake approximately 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. This allows the kidneys enough time to filter and process fluids before the body enters a resting state. It's also recommended to avoid beverages that are known diuretics or bladder irritants during the evening, such as caffeinated drinks, alcohol, soda, citrus juices, and even certain herbal teas. These can stimulate the bladder, increase urine production, or cause irritation that triggers urgency. Equally important is maintaining consistent and healthy sleep hygiene. The body relies on a regular sleep-wake cycle or circadian rhythm to regulate various physiological processes, including the production of melatonin and antidiuretic hormone ADH. These hormones naturally reduce urine production at night and help the body stay asleep. Disrupted sleep patterns such as staying up late, excessive screen time before bed, or sleeping in irregular intervals can interfere with these natural mechanisms and exacerbate nocturia. Creating a calming bedtime routine, keeping the bedroom dark and quiet, and avoiding electronic devices at least an hour before sleep can help promote deeper, more restorative rest. When sleep quality improves, the bladder tends to become less reactive, and the perception of urgency can decrease significantly. Bladder training techniques are another important lifestyle tool. Many people with nocturia unknowingly condition their bodies to urinate more frequently than necessary, often out of habit or anxiety. Bladder training involves gradually increasing the time between urination during the day, which helps stretch the bladder and increase its holding capacity. This, in turn, can reduce the frequency of nighttime awakenings. Pelvic floor exercises, commonly referred to as Kegel exercises, are also beneficial in strengthening the muscles that support the bladder and urinary tract. Regular practice of these exercises can lead to improved bladder control and reduced nighttime leakage or urgency. Physical activity plays a significant role in overall urinary health. Moderate regular exercise helps regulate hormone levels, manage blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and promote better sleep. All factors that are intimately connected to nocturia. Even simple activities like walking, stretching, and gentle yoga can improve circulation and reduce the pressure placed on the bladder, especially in individuals who are sedentary for most of the day. Additionally, physical movement helps to prevent constipation, which is another common contributor to bladder discomfort. A backed up colon can press against the bladder and decrease its capacity, causing an increased need to urinate both during the day and night. Managing stress is another often overlooked factor that significantly influences urinary behavior. The bladder is highly sensitive to the nervous system, and emotional tension can contribute to urgency, frequency, or incomplete bladder emptying. Practicing relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, or even listening to calming music can help reduce sympathetic nervous system overactivity and allow the bladder to function in a more controlled and less reactive way. Chronic stress has also been linked with poor sleep quality, and addressing emotional wellness can therefore have a twofold benefit in managing nocturia. For individuals with underlying health conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, it is essential to follow medical advice and maintain proper management of these conditions. Poorly controlled blood sugar, for example, can lead to osmotic diuresis, excessive urination caused by the kidneys flushing out extra glucose. Taking prescribed medications on schedule, monitoring blood sugar levels, and maintaining a balanced diet can all contribute to reducing the symptoms of nocturia. Finally, the timing and composition of evening meals can play a significant role. Eating large, heavy meals too close to bedtime can increase metabolic activity and pressure on the abdomen, potentially affecting both digestion and bladder function. Spicy or acidic foods may also irritate the bladder lining. A light, balanced dinner that is consumed at least 2 to 3 hours before going to sleep is generally advisable. When pairing this with bladder, supportive foods like the recommended nuts, the body is better positioned to transition into a restful state without overworking the digestive or urinary systems. In conclusion, managing nocturia naturally involves a thoughtful, balanced approach that combines the power of nutrition with simple, sustainable lifestyle changes. Through the regular inclusion of bladder, friendly nuts like pumpkin seeds, walnuts, and almonds, individuals can support urinary health, reduce nighttime urgency, and encourage deeper, more restful sleep. These nuts offer essential nutrients such as magnesium, zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, and natural sleep, promoting compounds that work with the body's natural rhythms rather than against them. However, food alone is not the answer. When paired with mindful habits, like limiting fluid intake in the evening, practicing healthy sleep routines, engaging in gentle exercise, managing stress, and following medical advice for underlying health conditions, the impact can be profound. Small daily choices add up over time, helping to restore the body's natural balance and reduce the disruptions caused by frequent nighttime urination. This speech is intended to educate and empower, not to replace medical guidance. If symptoms persist or worsen, it's always wise to consult a qualified healthcare provider. But by embracing the healing potential of nature, nourishing the body with purpose, and making intentional lifestyle shifts, you can take confident steps toward better nights and brighter mornings. Your body has the ability to improve, and your journey to more peaceful sleep can begin with something as simple as a handful of the right nuts and a few smart choices.